God damn it, Leroy.
That's how we start off with a goddamn it, Leroy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Penny for a Tale. It is, oh man, I don't even know the date anymore.
It's July 3rd.
There we go. The
Only because there's
day.
a holiday
2024.
tomorrow, do we know?
There's supposed to be fireworks. Who knows? But the eve of the fireworks, the night, tonight, we are going to be chasing our dreams with Dreamchasers, a game like you've guessed it, about chasing your dreams. My name is Mitchell. I will be the guide for today. But we have lots of new people coming. Some you've seen before, some you haven't. It's gonna be awesome. I'll let them introduce themselves, starting with my good friend Jasmine, and then we'll just kind of like go all the way around. Take it
Oh,
away.
hi guys, I'm back again. Uh, I run the Geeky Nomad, which is basically a convention advice channel. I tell you about different departments. You learn how to volunteer or put together your own little panels and do your own thing. Otherwise, I just mess around with cosplay and maker stuff and playing just random shoot 'em up games, racers, puzzles, that sort of thing. I've kind of been on a hiatus for a little bit because of work. So, but that's what happens, you know. Good to be back.
Curse you, work. All right, Spence, why don't you take it away?
Oh, okay. So, hi, I'm Spence. I am on a lot of different podcasts, but most recently, Game School, which is a role playing game podcast where we talk to game creators, have them break down the rules of the game and do a quick one shot. I'm also on Nostalgia Pilots. And on my Twitch stream, you usually see me editing audio for podcasts or audiobooks, depending, or playing old video games that I have just discovered. And that's over at Resident Moon. Sorry.
Aw, yeah. All right, nerdy.
Hi everyone, I'm back again. I am Nerdy Nursey, and I am almost a graduate nursing student. Woo! I have about 35 more days, not that I'm counting, before I graduate, and then hopefully maybe you'll see me a bit more. But right now, I do Twitch streams, convention panels. As of this weekend, it was my very first convention panel at GexCon. And we talk about, I'm so excited about that. We talk about keeping your entire body healthy, how to do that, and simple things that you can do. And we also, while I'm on my stream, I play a lot of old school Nintendo games. Nintendo 64, GameCube, whatever kind of things I'm feeling like playing right at the moment, and just kind of give people a good place for resources and a place to talk about things. So that's my favorite thing.
Woo! Amanda.
Hey guys, I'm Amanda. I was on here once before when we were playing Beyonder. I am a big time LARPer. I love D&D, but right now LARPing and doing Renaissance fairs kind of has my full attention. As Spence nods because she just did one with me. For LARP, I am an NPC and staff member for Coddington Woods, which is in Connecticut. And I am a player at Madrigal 3, which is also in Connecticut in Woodstock.
Oh yeah. So yeah, as you can see, we got the best of the best this eve. No joke. Um, Dream Chaser is a game that's supposed to be a role playing game where you just pick it up and you just kind of hop right into it. So none of us have actually played or ran this before. Um, but nonetheless, Peter, the creator, is a really amazing guy, and he did great work on this. It's actually up for actually it won any awards for best art. So definitely feel free to check it out. You can find it on Drive Through RPG. Otherwise, let's hop right into it. So I'm going to switch over to the dream map. So you're gonna be missing all of our pretty faces here for a little bit, but hang on. So we're popping over to the dream map. As you can see, you got your milestones, and our dream is in the center here. The first thing we will be doing is every person is gonna write down, think about, declare, exclaim, shout from the mountains, a dream that they want to accomplish. It can be you want to take down Dracula. It can be you want to fly to the moon. It could be you want to watch Spider-Man this weekend. Yeah, something like that. Anything. And then after that, we are going to vote on one dream, and that will be the focal point of the game tonight. So everyone, go ahead and start thinking about your dream, and either put it on chat, write it down, etc.
Okay.
All right. And I'll pop back over to the other map. As you guys can see, this is actually from the book. Really cool, very pretty. So once they start providing me their dreams, we'll kind of edit these to be determined spots right here with their milestones. But right here in the center is where we're going to write down the dream. Yeah, Loud Atlas wants to be Hokage. So for those watching, your vote does count as well. So once they have an idea,
Is that? I thought that was the ninja way, not the dream, but maybe both.
the ninja way is just like
How to get there?
several
That's the
episodes of
milestone.
crying and sad Naruto music in the background. That's the ninja way. It's such a sad series. So does anyone have any like thoughts?
We've been putting them in the group chat.
Oh.
Oh, I can't see that.
Oh.
Oh no, is it the wrong chat?
Oh.
It's all right. I followed you guys.
Yeah, put it in the I either put it in the Twitch chat or put it in the Facebook one. Because after I screen capture, I can't look at the chat.
Gotcha.
All right, transposing.
Hang on just a minute.
They're telling me their
Well, I'm
dreams.
not gonna put it in the. I mean, I don't really need to put it in the chat, I guess. But so I'm gonna go ahead and say one of my thoughts is like, so if the dream was being in control of whatever world that we are in, like
You want to rule the world?
you basically, yeah, taking absolute control over everything that happens. That
All
way
right.
nothing can happen that we don't like.
I'm gonna put rule the world, aka become God.
Basically, yeah.
So the plot of Final Fantasy?
Every plot of Final Fantasy.
I mean, if you're gonna have a dream, go big, right?
I'm very snackish right now, so mine's
I
food.
know.
Mine is, I'm just gonna say it because I'm also trying to pull up Twitch on my TV so I can see what's going on in chat. Mine is what is it? Oh, make an Insta portal to get to any destination.
All right, that's all of them. So I got them right here, so I'll read them out. So Nerdy Nursey wants to rule the world, aka become God. Jasmine wants to make the perfect donut. My question is it cream filled or what?
I guess the perfect donut is subjective.
It's perfect. I also am remembering that episode. If anyone watches Frederator on YouTube, there's a little mini series called Bee and Puppy Cat, and there's an episode where she has a job. She has to make these intergalactic donuts that you put in a black hole and it delivers it, and you take money back out.
I want this.
Yeah.
Amanda would like to take over the Sealy court. So we have some Fey action going on there. And finally, Spence wants to make a Insta portal.
Or find the Insta portal.
Or find the Insta portal.
So that you can go anywhere at any time, which would be really helpful when you're missing your con family or your fair family or your LARP family or whatever.
Oh man, that's touching.
And it would also make going to LARPs really easy because you could Instaport back to your bed. You wouldn't have to camp.
I want an Instaport shower.
Yes,
Showers.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
You can do whatever you wanted and get away in a second.
All I would do is like port into 7-Eleven for those like mini cherry pies.
If I didn't feel like walking down to the bog during Penzic, I'd just be like, boop, boop. Save myself a half-hour walk.
All right, so we got to vote. Chat, I hope you heard that, because you guys get to vote as well. Jasmine, what are you going to vote for? You can't vote for your own. I think that's fair.
Of course. Never vote for myself. That's sabotage. So, I would like to vote for the Instaport.
Ooh.
Instaportal. Yep.
Yeah, I think even if the Insta portal doesn't make it as the final dream, I think that should be one of the at least one of the milestones, because like that even works for everyone else's dream, I feel like.
It works for the perfect donut as you bake it in the fires of the sun.
Right, like anything that you need to go get, you can get like perfect ingredients from anywhere, or you have direct access to anywhere in the Steely Court, or you have direct access to anywhere else.
All right, so that's 2 votes for Portal Power, one from Jasmine and one from viewer Godfather 21.
Sweet.
Spence, what are you going to vote for?
I'd vote for taking over the Unseelie Court. I think
right.
that's fun.
All right. Loud Atlas also votes for the portal, so we got another vote there. Nerdy Nursey.
I guess if we can't take over the whole world, I guess I'd vote for taking over the fairy one. So
Ooh.
I'll pick that one.
Amanda.
Well, see, this isn't fair because we kind of got almost a sort of tiebreaker going on, and I want to vote for my own. But
I know, right?
I will vote for the portal.
Ooh, all right. So without the viewership, it would have been a 2 versus 2. But thanks to the viewers, it looks like this time we are going to make or find an Instaportal. Do you guys have a preference?
Make one?
If we make one, it influences who I become.
So then in that case, I vote, let's make one.
Okay, cool.
Because if we just find one, we have no control over how long it lasts. We don't know who made it. We don't know who we're indebted to by using it. Like,
Got it.
Bum, bum, bum. All right.
Remember when I was telling you about Quinn? Quinn is coming back.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna... I'm putting the dream on our dream map here.
Cool.
Oh, and hard to see blue. Just for our viewers. Make an Insta portal. Awesome.
My job would hate you because of ADA compliance.
I know, right? I'm just here to cause people headaches. All right, so now is the time to start kind of thinking of your character. In the first bit we are doing, and for those watching, I'm hopping over to the character sheet. If you see on the top right of that, step 1, we have pitched a dream. Step 2 is we're imagining our roles within this dream. Is someone going to be the inventor, the crazy lunatic inventor, the bodyguard, etc.? Anything, any role. If this was going to be a movie, you're basically trying to figure out what type of character you're playing in that movie.
What trope you are?
Yeah, what trope?
Hmm. Huh.
So, if nobody else has one yet, I'm going to state that my name is Quinn Nimblecogs,
Ooh.
and I am an obsessed maker of things.
You're gonna have to like post that in the chat so I can spell it.
Oh, sure. Hang on. Do. Helps if I have my other device.
We gotta ring the shame bell.
I think I got it.
Why are we ringing the shame bell?
I'm not sure.
Because
What
of
do we do?
my bad colors for the
Oh no.
the shame.
That's setting the tone already.
I know, right? Follow your dreams with shame.
And hard to read things.
Dreams are hard to read. That's I just wanted to make it accurate. Jasmine, did you have a name?
I think I shall play the role of the mysterious stranger
Ooh.
who knows nothing but acts like they do know things.
The mysterious stranger.
Hello, everyone in chat, by the way.
Hi.
Yes, hi chat.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm so sorry.
We're trying to think of movie trope characters that we would like to be for this game. And I'm having a hard time, actually. I've got a lot of thoughts, but I'm not sure. So I usually default to a medicinal type character because that's my favorite thing in the world, both in game and out. So I usually default to the healer. So I wouldn't mind just doing like trope healer. I don't know, but I don't know if that lends itself to anything.
You could be like a Carthian night doctor, since you
You
wanted
could be
to be
the
a
one
vampire.
who keeps me from blowing myself up.
Yeah, so I was gonna be more like voice of reason, or I guess
The
like,
counselor.
hey, let's think about this before we kill everyone else and ourselves.
Think? I have too many things in my brain to think. I mean, I have the formulas, and then I have the engineering part, and I have to figure out which goes where and what chemicals to use. I don't have time to think.
So I'll do the thinking, I guess.
I feel like Quinn's gonna blow someone up.
I might.
And I also, I have them. I didn't put them in yet because I was eating, because I love food. But I brought my fangs because I thought we were going vampire too. So
We can still do vampire.
You could totally be a vampire.
I got that. So yeah, I guess I'll be the really old, because I've been alive for a long time, voice of reason. Tries to keep people from hurting themselves.
I like it.
Umi Mayo said, "What about the person who refuses to accept that anything that's happening is real?"
That's a good one. Or you could be like the people in horror movies that are like, this old ancient house that somebody got murdered in. Everything's gonna be fine if I stay here on Halloween night. Like,
Yeah, nothing bad could possibly happen. All the bad things totally already happened here.
right.
Everyone is okay.
Or like the people that buy like ancient houses, like, I'm gonna buy this really old house that everyone who's ever been in it was cursed, but it's totally fine because it has such a cute stairway. Like, I'm gonna buy it.
Nerdy. What name did you want to be?
Um, gosh.
That's an interesting name.
Right.
Miss Gosh.
Mistress Tosh. What?
It's hard to think.
Here you go.
My
Take your
brain's
time.
not working very well.
Yeah, take your time. Who? Does anyone else have a name that
Somebody
they?
else think about stuff while I think about this.
Yeah. Jasmine and Amanda, do you guys got names yet?
Oh, I forgot that part.
Who needs names?
I think I'm gonna go with
Can we call you Donut?
yeah, Beverly Doe. That's what I was gonna go with.
The perfect donut was inside you all along. You are the perfect donut.
I am one with the sphere.
Too cute. Mm-hmm. There, you get a name tag now.
Yay! It's not centered yet. There it is.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I forget there's a lag on here. Amanda.
Sorry, ignore my dog running up the stairs. So I'm gonna go with Arabelle. And okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but has anybody seen Total Drama Island? It's a cartoon. Okay.
I've seen of it basically. I've heard of it, but not seen it.
Okay, so there's one character that's kind of super annoying because she's the know-it-all and she's a little bit of a priss and she kind of tries to take over everything. So I'm kind of going with that trope a little bit. But on the side of the crazy inventor, just a quick little snippet of something that happened last LARP game. Apparently, one of the players came up with and created a being that is a greater dream that is the moment of inspiration. And her name is Eureka.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I love that name.
So, but the only thing Eureka can say is Eureka. So her entire conversation is Eureka! Eureka, 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 Eureka!
Like a Pokemon.
Yes, that's actually what the write-up said.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna do my. This will be me.
What you got?
I'll be Onira.
Aw. Mm-hmm.
Because Oniro with an O is dream in Greek. So that's who I'll be.
Love it. All right. So everyone, now that we kind of have like the names and everything, why don't we just go around and clarify like exactly what our roles will be, our name, and kind of like a little like snippet of our character. We'll start with Beverly Doe and just kind of go around like we did last time.
Okay, so Beverly is obsessed with pastries. If her last name isn't clue enough, so she's been trying to perfect her recipes for the last so many years since she was a child. And there's one recipe that her grandmother made that she hasn't quite perfected yet, but she knows she's close. And her dream is to create this perfect donut because she thinks it'll bring her closer to her grandmother. And that's her story.
Oh.
Spence.
So Quinn Nimblecogs is this very short ball of frenetic energy, but in human type form, just short. Never stops moving. and is constantly fidgeting, making something. Either she's like crafting something with fiber arts, or she's tinkering away with cogs and bolts and things. And basically, she doesn't stop until she's exhausted and falls asleep. Can't wake her up for 6 hours. She doesn't even drink coffee.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that would be a bad thing. Like, have you seen Over the Hedge?
Uh-uh.
The animated movie. There's a squirrel named Hammy, and he goes super fast. Imagine that as a gnomish type character, and that's me.
Someone wants to give you coffee.
Yeah, if someone was to give me coffee, oh god.
Apparently, Godfather 21 says, "Give her the coffee."
It'll be like Fry in that one Futurama episode. Nerdy.
All right, so my character is Onira. She's a vampire who's lived quite a long time, since ancient times basically. So she's seen a lot and done a lot and seen a lot of stupid people do stupid things. So that's why she happens to be the voice of reason most of the time. She's seen a lot of things that work well, and she's seen a lot of things that have not worked so well. So she kind of speaks from experience and lends that voice to whenever anything needs to happen or whenever people have an idea. So it's pretty much her.
Awesome. All right, Amanda playing Arabelle. What you got?
So, Arabelle's a little bit full of herself. She is a professor of, I just had it in my brain. She's a professor of religious studies, not necessarily like specifically Christian or Catholic, and she also is into folklore. The reason for this is because when she was younger, she was actually visited by a fairy who happened to tell her that she was a misplaced princess of the Sealy court. And now her entire existence is dedicated to getting back to the Sealy court and getting back at the family who dumped her into the demon world.
Awesome sauce. All right, so we have our dream. We are all together, and we are going to make an Insta portal. But to get to that dream, we are going to have to accomplish some milestones, which kind of help guide our story as we move on. For this one session, we are each going to have one milestone. Normally, you might have a couple others if you want to do a campaign or a longer session. But for this one, each person gets one milestone, one thing that they like. It's their shining moment within this movie about making an Insta portal. So why don't you guys think about that as I show the viewers the character sheet. So as you can see, we just went past step 2, and we're kind of on that step 3. We're picking out the milestone. What is important? What do you want to experience? Etc. Yeah, so some examples from like the book, those watching, is join the Knights of the Round Table, build a rocket ship, uncover evidence of alien life, triangulate a map. But this is their opportunity to imagine a defining moment for their character on their way to get this dream. So much dream work.
Okay, I guess so my milestone will just be during a time of, I guess, when stuff hits the fan, or when the actual, attempts are being made, just I keep people alive. No one, everyone stays in one piece during action,
Everyone lives.
basically, yeah. Based on my actions.
Based on that, my milestone would be I kind of meant to do that.
So Quinn is going to accidentally accomplish something.
Yeah, and it might have happened because of combustibles.
All right, I'm gonna put combustible solutions.
Combustible solutions. Fire. Fire is my friend.
I think my milestone will be when I taste something that's maybe delicious, but you wouldn't normally think it is. So just think of me as your friendly neighborhood gecko. There you go.
Okay. You you could also be like gather the essential ingredients, even if it may not be food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be one. So I'll just be
You could be like
the
the portal doesn't work and we don't know why, and you're like, I have the perfect ingredient,
yeah.
and you do it.
All right. All right. So what are we gonna put in perfect? Perfect.
Perfect topping. There you
Ooh,
go.
perfect topping.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. What about Arabelle?
So I was thinking about this, and I think she wants to kind of be like the big, like fighter mage protector of the group, and she would happen on it by accident, kind of like gesturing or something because she got upset, and then boom, fairy fire.
So wait, you want to accidentally win a fight?
Yes. Like, oh, I totally meant to blow that up. No, I didn't. I don't know how I did that.
I'm calling that accidental victory violence.
That sounds like a playing card somewhere.
Sounds like something from Red Dragon Inn.
Right?
So everyone can see the we got our dream for this movie. This session is make an insta portal. Our characters are stars in this endeavor. Arabelle is in this thing. Her shining moment will be to have an accident victory violence. So basically, she will accidentally win a fight. For Onira, she wants to make sure everyone lives. For Quinn, combustible solutions, which that should be interesting to have happen. And then finally for Beverly Doe, the perfect topping. Blam. So everyone can see that was step 3. So we are now going to step 4. Describe your PC with 3 tags. So what's cool about the character sheet is also has a the corresponding spot where it has. So on the left side, away from the negative tags in vision tag, is where they're going to put 3 tags that are associated with their character. And while they do that, I'll pull up some examples for people watching. So tags reinforce who you want to be. They help us explore our characters by gathering insight onto the kind of like the do and why. So some examples are realist, angry, whiny, happy-go-lucky, reluctant, frugal. And I know since they really love the otherworldly supplement, let me get some awesome tags from that book. A horror to behold, cat-eyed, odd, jagged teeth, evil, ghastly, manic, burn in the light, bug-eyed, predator, half-naked, corrupted, werewolf, dark, procedural, telepathic. So for Nira, it's probably like vampire would be a good one. For Arabelle, Fae, are some good ones to have. And basically, what this means is that when we're rolling throughout this whole game, when your tag is relevant, when you can convince me that part of who you are will make an impact on the scene, you get to re-roll a failed dice.
You missed the best tag. Too stupid to know the difference.
That is an awesome one.
I think that's mine.
That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to be rude. But yeah.
No, I like that better than what I was gonna put, which was optimist. But
There's too stupid to know the difference, and I'm sure you use some of the terms you used when you were describing your character earlier can be a tag. You said something like hyperactive or
yeah, I'm just going with manic.
Oh, we only get one?
No, you get
You
Oh.
get 3.
Oh, we get 3.
Mhm.
Okay. That's better. So I'm gonna go with, let's see, I guess I'll go with vampire, rational, and ancient.
Ooh. And if anyone can hear that, that's not a bird. That's my son on the other side of the door.
What is he doing?
He's hanging out with mom and running around doing crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I tried to give him sweet potatoes today, and he normally loves sweet potatoes, but this was from some like restaurant. I forget what it's called. It happened like a couple hours ago, and then he spat it all back up onto my wife. So.
Oh no. Not those sweet potatoes, apparently.
I know, right? I was like, what is it? Is it the cinnamon and sugar I put on it? And the butter? I don't know.
All the things that make it delicious.
I know, right?
I think.
Hey, Stray Cat Strangler. Ooh, that's a scary name.
Let me in, Fasha.
All right. Does anyone else have their tags ready?
Sure.
What you got?
Never stops moving. Manic. And too stupid to know the difference.
All right.
I'd say ignorant, not really stupid, but you know.
Well, she's really smart, but they're lacking common sense.
That common sense merit in World of Darkness. All right, Beverly Doe, Arabelle, what you got?
All right, so I've got fairy, intellectual. Y'all like this one? Martyr complex.
Ooh. Nice, I like it. All right, Beverly Doe.
So I thought really hard about this. I've got bug-eyed, dainty, and calculating.
Awesome. All right, see? We are moving on around. So next we're to step 5, as you guys can see, checking it out, the character sheet. The strategies. Strategies are normally how you approach something. They are very important for your roles. So you're going to have one at beginner, skilled, expert, and the best. Trying to figure out if... And legend. We'll give you a legend, too. And legend. So yeah. Some good examples, as you guys are kind of thinking, is linguist, engineering, dark pact, lying, organizing, body art, unstable occult powers, shadow magic, from the otherworldly book is vampiric touch, bestial howl, predator, striking fear in the hearts of men. D&D is a strategy. But basically what that happens is we'll stop playing this game, play 5e, and then that'll, you got it.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. Possession, seduction, inspiring friends. These are the things that you guys will be using for the most part.
So these are the strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you got barter for souls, walk through walls, scream for help. There's one just called looking sexy.
Okay.
Another
Alright.
called vampire slaying, if anyone wants that.
Oh, please no.
Vampire society. Knife claws.
Can generous be one of them?
Yeah. Good being generous. You just throw money at them till you bludgeon them to death with coin.
I'd throw inventions at them. Be like, here, you need this.
Here's a cure egg. And they're like, okay. Yeah, so whenever you're rolling, you're doing two dice of two different colors. This is important because you're trying to roll under your strategy, and then if you kind of look at the sheet again, your imagine or reason. And if you roll under, it is counted as a success. Generally, you want 2 successes for anything you're doing. And yeah, so we'll get to what imagine and reason is a little bit later, but just, yeah, you kind of just want to be under that number. So it's important to put the things that you really want to be doing a lot, the things that kind of like are your thing. You want those the highest.
All right, so we get how many strategies?
You basically fill up that character sheet. So you got the legend, the best, expert, skilled, beginner, just on that left row.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, pretty easy system.
Yeah.
So I was typing and I literally just typed education. I can't type today.
Typing's hard. My son's so loud.
I heard him that time, but he was
He's very happy. He's having a good old time.
I'm glad.
Me too. What you guys got so far?
You said we do get a legend, right?
Yep.
Okay. My legendary is an infectious smile.
Ooh. Like really infectious or?
Yeah. We'll go with that. I got cursed somehow, and so anytime I smile, my little manic smile, nobody can resist it, and they start to, and their faces hurt.
Oh my.
Oh god, no.
The whole world was smiling.
Oh, and it was dreadful.
And they all died.
I've got engineering as one.
Which one?
The best, obviously.
Nice.
I am an expert in generosity.
Nice, nice.
I am skilled at being low waste because I can always use something. And I'm a beginner at lying. Do not send me to go and negotiate prices.
Send her.
It'll be bad. Yeah, after I've had my coffee.
Oh god.
All right, so somebody said someone should be looking sexy.
Yeah.
I put seduction as one of mine,
There
but
you go.
so for mine I have, do I have to pick the ones that are there or can I?
Oh, those were
I
just
made-
examples. You guys
Okay.
can
I
make
made a
up.
bunch up. So
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so my legend is measure twice, cut once. So I always think about what I'm doing before I commit.
I'm just imagining in the literal sense as you're looking
Right.
over this person.
Right, measure twice, cut once. Yeah. So yeah, to make sure that person fits in the square that I have them. But I mean, who's gonna make the coffin that you sleep in? You know, it has to be perfect measurement.
Exactly.
But the best I have is I know a guy. So I've been alive long enough to pretty much know someone or know someone who knows someone in any scenario. Because I've just been around long enough to make those connections. I'm an expert in vampiric touch and skilled in seduction. And then I'm a beginner in blending in because I use different fashions from different eras, and because of the whole vampire thing, I tend to stand out a little bit. So
Awesome. All right, Beverly or Arabelle, what you got?
Okay. So I'm a legend at fairy magic.
Mm-hmm.
The best at negotiation. I'm thinking Fae deals. Expert in seduction, skilled in occult and folklore, and a beginner at being humble.
I like the beginner part. Totally humble. Totally. Beverly.
So I couldn't think of anything for the best, but for my legendary, I'm gonna go with Sweet Tooth.
All right.
If we have to eat our way out of anything, it's me. I put
houses are not safe.
but if there's a bomb in there, I can like eat around it. I put expert for barter. So if we have to like trade something or anything, we have to tick for tack. Be like, no, we can do better. Skilled at under pressure, so I can work on like making the perfect like cookie key to get us out of a lock or something. So
Nice.
and for a beginner, I put navigation because I am terrible with directions.
That way.
Yeah. You said left, let's go down. There you go.
Over there somewhere. All right.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything for best though. Ghost stories. There we go.
Ooh,
Okay, that's
a good.
good.
One. Yeah.
I was trying to think of food related things. I was like, taking you to Flavor Town
Or detect poison.
Flavor
Ugh.
Town.
Guy Fieri is my idol.
I'm just about to say, is Guy Fieri secretly your father?
No, she's betrothed to him.
Cousin of a cousin.
She's the queen of Flavor Town. She's
There you go.
in charge.
Legit.
So as you guys can see, normally you would only pick 3 strategies, but I just went for the full thing. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, and we're gonna need it all. So step 6, assign 10 points among soul skills. You can see on that like 6 area there, you have imagine and reason. Whenever you approach a subject just as it was meant to be, you are using reason. If ever it is a stretch to kind of include that strategy, that is imagination. Or imagine. Yeah, so like one example they get is like for a rocket pack. When you are fueled up, not in any danger or in the open sky, you would use reason. When you have to fight while flying, pilot a plane, or need to catch someone falling through the air, that would be imagine. Another one for like guns, archeries, and stuff like that is when you shoot a target with a gun you are familiar with, have a perfect shot, or have auto targeting equipment, you're using reason. When you want to dodge a bullet, throw a grenade, or get in a fist fight, you would use imagine.
So, what if it's coming up with an invention and making it on the fly?
What strategy would you use?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. So that is it. It always goes with. It's always related to your strategy. So whenever you have a strategy and you're like, someone give me.
Oh, so it would be engineering.
Yeah, engineering. So if you're in your shop, you're engineering something that you're used to, that would be reason. If you're trying to use engineering like off the seat of your pants, maybe you're like dive bombing in this like about to explode airplane, and you have duct tape, a toothpaste, and a rubber spoon, and you're like, I want to engineer this. That would be imagine.
Okay. So I'm totally gonna. So how many points do we split up?
10.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of see that on your sheet. You just split up 10 among those, and remember that is the other part you're going to be rolling under on. So you'll always be rolling under a strategy that you pick, and then the associated kind of way you're going about it, either via an imagine type of way or a reason type of way. And so that other dice you want to roll under the number that you're about to put in there.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do 3 for imagine and 7 for reason because I'm
All right.
supposed to be the voice of reason, so I'm gonna go higher on that one.
And I'm gonna do the exact opposite because it makes sense.
Yeah. They actually have, so for engineering, they say when you need to know something of your trade, use common knowledge, or have the materials you need, that would be reason. When you are trying to impress someone with your knowledge or delving into a specialized field, you would use imagine.
So yeah, you need a lot of imagine.
I need a lot of imagine.
Right.
Imagine. This is such a, like a, I don't know what to call it. I feel like I'm on clouds.
I feel like we should have like a badass soundtrack.
I feel like Eureka's Castle's gonna come on in the background.
I was thinking more so Reading Rainbow, the intro music.
Take a look. It's in the book. It's Reading Rainbow. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Make it so he can't put his VOD up on Twitter. You better be careful. I'm sorry, on YouTube.
Well, it's less than 3 seconds, so it's fine.
Oh, gotcha.
It's fine. I'll fight YouTube and lose. Oh yeah. So everyone got their stuff done?
I think so.
That's out of 10, right?
Yep. You got 10 points to kind of separate between those two.
Okay, got it.
No, I heard that time.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get in.
Listen to him.
Don't worry about the boy, the ghost baby, because it's just there. It doesn't do anything. It's just there. Sometimes it makes me giggle.
I've barricaded the door, so hopefully he can't get in.
Oh.
Hopefully.
For some reason, it was reminding me of when like Jeff Dunham talked about being in the house with his 3 daughters and his wife, and they're coming to the door and they're like scratching and going, "Daddy, come out."
Yeah, I read Call of Cthulhu and Dagon to him most nights. It's cute. You gotta get that in.
Well, when he starts speaking in full sentences and starts speaking in the dark tongue, you'll know who influenced that.
Yeah, I'm on the right track.
Yeah,
You did good.
All right.
Raising your children right.
So we are assigning 12 points among health. You see that on like the mid right area. I mean, you got mind, body, spirit. It's pretty self-explanatory. But if it's your health points. Your mind. Let's see if I
And
can.
how many points are we splitting up here?
For that one is 12. Yeah, so your mind represents the amount of damage to a character's psyche you can endure versus like mental challenges. Body is, I punch you, you take
Right.
damage. Spirit is confidence. It can endure versus fear, manipulation, and social challenges.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically for every failure you have during this session, that's damage to one of these areas.
Gotcha.
How we doing, chat? What's up? Any plans for the 4th?
What are you doing, Middle?
I'm playing Gloomhaven all day.
Oh. You're like in prime party territory, though.
I am in prime territory, but I'm an old man. I gotta watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm working all day, so there's that.
I have a test on Tuesday on immune disorders and on burns and on just several things that I need to. Basically, I need to study all day. That's what it comes down to.
I remember I was playing Vampire one time, and I sent my storyteller, because I was in grad school, and I sent him the topic of my paper, and I was asking if my character could research this, and if he could send me the research via email. Since it's my downtime, he has to, right?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah, he didn't. I was very sad.
Yeah, I've been trying to play like. Is there any chance there are some like some Inclex games, like that I can play? No, but that's okay.
We'll find one. I'm sure there's something.
Right. Just nursing the board game.
Yeah, I was looking over the any nominations in all the tabletop role-playing games. I'm like, so much to get.
I mean, so there is a like nursing student board game, but
Yeah.
all right.
So what's everyone got for health?
I have 5 mind, 2 body, and 5 spirit.
5 mind, 2 body. Nice, nice.
I literally have the exact same thing.
High 5!
How about you, Arabelle?
I've got 4 mind, 2 body, 6 spirit.
Doe.
I've got 4 mind, 6 body, and 2 spirit. I'm that confident this is going to be okay.
It's not. All right, so let's pop on over to the sheet. We are almost done. So imagine 3 relationships with a tag. So you see over there the relationships on kind of like the bottom right. 2 of them are going to be NPCs that you guys just make up. The other one, I want you guys to choose another person, another player for that relationship. And you basically give it a tag, just like you did prior. So imagine 3. Yeah, and you kind of put it right where you kind of want it to be. Like there's contact, which are acquaintances, close, which are friends, true love is friend like no other, soulmate. Yeah. Some examples they do is the label casual for Molly, the pet store owner, and the tag is normal. Another one is a label of close with Kwai, my spirit guide, whose tag is spirit info. The Otherworldly has the label of True Love with the Spider Queen in the tag Hive Mind.
That makes me really happy because in another game I earned the title Spider Queen
Oh yeah.
because I mounted a giant spider and I made it my bitch.
That's awesome.
Great.
There is True Love, Creepy Carl the Innkeeper, whose tag is Secrets. There's Contact Mrs. Peepee, the science teacher, whose tag is Science. There's Close Althor's Plasma Cannon, which tag is Havoc. What you guys thinking about?
Well, I've got a fencer, and his name is Ezra, and so he's my contact. He sells some of my inventions. That
What's his tag?
Fencer,
Fencer. Okay.
like somebody who sells it over the fence. or
What
black market.
what label did you choose?
Contact.
Contact. Cool. All right. Yeah, so we should probably do the NPCs, the two NPCs first, and then we'll handle each other.
Okay.
So we each should get 2 NPCs.
Yep. Yeah, you're making up 2 NPCs with a relationship with you.
Does chat have anything to say?
Chat.
Yeah.
Hey, chat, throw out some
Relationships.
some relationships that we can have because it's more fun that way.
For sure. Because I'm kind of at a loss. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Are we still going with the NPCs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have 2 of them.
So I came up with Pewter Bacon, the butcher,
I like that.
and Tammy, who's the waitress.
All right. Is what's her tag?
Hers is server.
All right. And what was the other one?
Pewter Bacon.
Pewter Bacon?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like Sterling Archer, but
Oh, I got it.
Oh, nice.
And what's this person's tag?
butcher.
Butcher. And what's their relationship to you, both of them?
I was gonna make Bacon my true love,
Aww.
Oh.
and then Tammy was gonna be my contact.
All right. All right. Who else is ready?
So I got my second one.
All right.
Under close, I have Professor Elemental.
All right. What tag?
Teacher
Oh.
of Cups of Brown Joy.
All right. Onira and Beverly, what you got? Not Beverly. You're Beverly. You're done. Arabelle,
You're done.
you're done.
I guess for intimate, I'm gonna have let's see.
Puppy.
I guess for intimate, I'll have one we'll just call them Little One. And they will be, so like a child, like in World of Darkness, like the child.
Mm-hmm.
That it'll be like that for me.
All right. What's the tag?
That's what I put. Like a
Oh,
child.
child. Okay, got it.
Like my little vampire child.
Like, was it Interview with a Vampire?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. What's your second one?
Oh God, it took me so long to do that one. What else do vampires do?
They acquire knowledge, art.
You need
They-
I guess I need like a contact, like a worldly contact. So
They like to enjoy things of beauty.
you can have like Bella.
yeah.
Or you could have an affair with a ballet dancer or something. Or some kind of artist.
Secretly dating a werewolf.
God.
Lycanthropy happens.
No biting.
Oh no. We'll do
What you got?
I don't have to have a true love one, right? It doesn't have to be
No,
that.
you could choose whatever you want.
Okay. So I'll do like I'll have a close contact and it'll be
Close or contact.
a close relationship
All right.
with what should I call them?
What is it?
We'll do a close contact with the Duchess, who is their tag will be like royalty basically. So like I have close contacts with the royalty, with someone of royalty.
Awesome. All right, Arabelle. What you got?
All right. So first, before I say this, I'm gonna make a short, small announcement that I may disappear for a second or two because my dog is having a very hard time.
Aw, poor puppers.
So I need to check on him every so often to make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
So for intimate, I've got Balefire because Lord knows I loved that character once upon a time. Oh my god.
Oh, so good.
And his tag is Wood Nymph Prince.
What is it?
Wood Nymph Prince.
Ooh, okay.
Wood Nymph Prince.
Yep.
All right. How about the other one?
Close would be Allison, and her tag is Bestie.
Bestie. All right. So for the interesting part, you guys have to think about tags for each other.
All right, let me see the tags again. So,
Not relationship.
relationships. Gotcha. I'm definitely gonna say that Quinn is just a contact because I usually try to keep my distance from irrational explosions
That's fair.
and things of that nature. Just because I can see myself or someone else getting hurt, and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep my distance from that.
What tag are you giving Quinn?
Hold on, let's see.
Insanity.
Destruction.
Destruction.
agent of destruction. I'm gonna have.
Oh, you just need one. Just one.
Oh, I just need one.
Yep, just one.
Oh, well, I feel like I could have made a better one than that, but
You could change it if you want.
I don't know. I just feel like if so if Arabelle is a fae, then we're probably closer because of fantasy and occult stuff.
Bum bum bum. Quinn, what were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking that Onira would be my bestest reliable friend.
Oh my gosh.
Because she always shows up when I need her. She makes sure that I eat and that I don't leave things on the fire too long, or that like if I accidentally fell asleep, she puts the fire out and things like that. So she's my bestest reliable friend.
So would that be intimate or close?
That would be intimate
Alright.
in her estimation.
What tag are you putting on that?
Reliable.
Reliable. All right. Beverly Doe, what are you thinking? You're muted.
I was thinking maybe Arabelle could be my casual. I haven't decided what a tag for it. Maybe like a information source, kinda.
Info broker.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that perfect recipe ingredient for that topping I need for the perfect donuts.
Like
and why not go with or like fake food or fake fruit or
Oh
Fake
yeah.
wine. Way faster than usual. Get some good old fake wine.
All right. So Arabelle, what you thinking?
So I was immediately drawn to the idea of Quinn being a contact, and her tag is supplier.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep Quinn as mine.
As your destructive contact.
It's gonna be like explosive personality, like she won't just be contact. I think we'll do I guess we'll do close, because even though like I'm personally not like I like everything she does, we just end up like I am always there for some reason, like, so we just end up being in the same place a lot and doing things together. So
I mean, if we were doing connections for everybody, I know that Quinn would like have a huge crush on Beverly, and because Beverly provides food and food is love, so Quinn would be like, "I love you. You give me food."
yeah, for sure.
I approve.
Sweet, we're doing it.
Always.
I also think it would be cool, like, to have or I guess my character would be thinking more along the lines of there are some foods that, as far as dough is concerned, there are some foods that she thought she'd never taste that good again, but apparently she made it happen. So she likes that a lot, that she can be like, here's this obscure recipe that I ate once in the 1500s and now I have never seen it again. She's like, I got you.
You guys making me hungry. This is gonna be a problem.
Right?
I haven't had dinner, so I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I got a plate of snacks over here, so I'm good.
Well, bring it here.
Yeah.
Well, let's find the Insta portal or make it, and then you bring it here.
Everyone just comes in on the same room.
I still got some sloppy joes left.
He's like, I didn't bring enough snacks for all y'all.
Damn it, we forgot snacks.
All right, so we're going to the one of the last ones we actually did step 10 like Step 1, but it's okay. Step 9, we are imagining 3 iconic items. These are the things you never leave the house with. You need these. These are like your things, man. They're your things. So some examples from the base book is a #1 dad coffee mug, the Master Sword, Mother's Locket, an Academy Award, 2 million, a Van Gogh, evidence bag #2. So that's from the base book. In otherworldly, we have the Ghost EMF meter, the Mall, fake fangs, hooded poncho, garlic necklace, test tube tentacle, scribbled address, my coffin, urn of the pharaohs, the specter, school backpack, spirit bowl, spirit board, claw gloves, UFO, Victoria mirror, etc. Missing finger. Book How
A
to Hunt
missing
Ghosts.
finger.
I'm totally gonna have a missing finger.
My brain immediately went to supernatural with the 3 things that I just put on my belongings.
Is it salt?
What of them is salt?
Oh, yeah. So what are the other ones then?
Cell phone and shotgun.
All right, Beverly.
So I put down a recipe book, a whisk, and measuring spoons.
I like it. Quinn?
A multi-tool. Wow, I can't talk. Multi-tool. A soot-stained journal. And a missing ring finger. Ring attached, of course.
Got that. It can't come off. Onira.
Okay, so I will have a blood vial in case I get hungry. I don't know, what else do vampires need? I was gonna say a method of contact. I guess a cell phone, because I always want to be in touch, with my contacts, or be able to call for additional assistance.
And lipstick.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Every girl needs some of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, guys, guess what? We're done.
We done?
We're done. So your belief starts at 4. And anything below your belief, that is kind of what you can spend and what you can use. So right now at belief 4, you can use 1 tag to aid you in a roll. And you can spend 2 belief to create a double success. Successes or criticals, actually, are anytime you have the 2 of the same on your dice. And if they are both successes, that's a critical success. If they are both failures, it's a critical failure. And if it's 1 that's a success and 1 that's a failure, then both occur, which should make some interesting moments. So why don't we take a 6-minute break, come back, and we hop into our dream of making an Insta portal. All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Perfect. That was the name they gave him at the shelter. So
Aww.
Sorry, I adopted a cat, and I didn't change his name. His name when I adopted him was Wesley Crusher.
and my cat that you all might have seen earlier, that's Totoro, and that's the name he came with.
Aww.
Yeah. So everyone watching, as you can see, we got a new player.
A familiar.
Gotta go through the whole process. All right, Kat, let's do this. If you have just popped on, we are playing Dreamchaser, a indie role-playing game. following, you guessed it, your dreams. So here's our dream map that we have right now. We are making an Insta portal. So we should organize these milestones to accomplish this goal. That's kind of like one of the last things we need to do. Then we hop right into it. So for our 4 milestones, we have perfect topping, accidental victory violence, everyone lives, and combustible solutions. So kind of start thinking like, if this was a movie, like what order would these things occur to eventually lead to the Insta portal being made?
So, I mean, I feel like everyone lives has to be the last one because I mean, it can't be the first one because we're not done yet. Who knows if everyone lives or not? So,
All right.
I feel like combustible solutions would probably be like what opens up the portal.
Yep.
All right.
And
So we got the
I
third, fourth.
You were talking about the accidental victory violence,
Mm-hmm.
and you were talking about having it be fairy fire. That might be the inspiration that causes the combustible solutions.
All right.
And maybe the perfect topping might be you found something, you weren't sure what to do with it, but then it turned out to be something perfect. Please feel free to veto any of the nonsense that is coming out of my mouth.
Except
like-
everything.
I feel like, So for the perfect topping, there could be a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Penguin.
You can fit it pretty much anywhere, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, I like the idea that the accident is kind of what gets the ball rolling, like on some of the other ones, but I don't know.
All right, Beverly. So this whole adventure is gonna start with you, and I want you to think real quick about where Beverly is. Like, set the scene for me of where she is. Is she at her shop? Is she working on something? Is she talking to the friends? Is she eating a donut? So why don't you take like 2 minutes and micro construct me an anthem of a scene with donuts.
Okay, so Beverly is in the back of her fancy front shop. She's got one big eye going and a small eye, just focusing really hard on the donut tray in front of her, and she's munching on like a purple and green donut at the time. So as she's doing that, she's trying to like put the dough back together because it had fallen apart earlier, and she knows that this is close. It's very close, but there's still just missing that one thing. So she's greasing up the pan real quick, and then she's very daintily putting another ring into the donut tray. And she just keeps doing that until something happens behind her.
All right, let's check out one of your contacts here.
Why am I immediately picturing something from Steven Universe right now?
Because it's definitely involved. All right. It's about at this time that your true love, Pewter Bacon, comes into the shop. What does this individual look like?
So Mr. Bacon is a very rotund gentleman. He just kind of almost waddles into the shop, and he's got like a comb over and a very like huge grin on his face for today, and he hits the bell on the counter.
All right, he hits the bell and looks at you with those dreamy eyes. and says, "Miss Doe, would you like to join me at the local cafe for some coffee?"
So Beverly turns around and her one big eye just kind of just does a little flutter thing at him, like, yes. Oh, I was hoping you stopped by today. Of course we can go for dinner. Coffee, whatever you want.
Good. I've seen you in this place for far too long. I think it's time for you to experience the outdoors a little bit. I'm worried about you. And he like already has a coffee cup in his hand somehow.
Dream. So sure, let me just turn this off, and then she turns off the stove and grabs her jacket and like swings around the counter.
I feel like it's like turning off a nuclear plant. You're just like.
The process. Snobs think, oh, I forgot to flick that. And then
you tell the intern who's been like bicep pedaling for the furnace to like take a break.
Just like three of them. Just three of them. Okay, I'm going out. Go out the back. Money's on the counter. Goodbye.
And you see them. They're probably like college students. They like kind of scramble over to grab the money and like some bits of donut that's on the ground and then usher out to go do their homework. We've all been there.
Mr. Bacon, if you will.
Well, Miss Doe, please, after you. And he opens the door, and before you is his I'm trying to think of a funny like bacon car themed car, the Baconator.
Not the Wienermobile from
the Wiener.
Oscar Mayer.
We'll call it the Wienermobile, but it's actually like a nice BMW.
It's called the Sizzler.
Ooh, the Sizzler.
I was gonna say it's like, shaped like a burger, straight up Wendy's Baconator.
He opens the door for you, and you immediately sit down on very nice heated leather interior with some soft like jazz, something that you would probably hear at an elevator. He gets in, and you guys drive to one of your... No, not one of your favorite places. It's an okay place. It's a Waffle House. They make good coffee. Takes you inside and immediately orders both of you coffee. Your friend... do you have a name for the waitress?
Yes, it's Tammy.
Tammy, there we go. Tammy, of course, is there. She's just kind of the waitress wherever you happen to be at. Whether it's Waffle House, IHOP, or Ruth Chris. She's just kind of there.
She's just always there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
Pours the coffee for Mr. Bacon, who already has his cup, and then provides you your favorite cup. It's like this little cup, and it's a little chipped on the edge there, and you kind of put it back together with probably some donut concoction.
It's a donut cup.
Yeah.
The opening at the...
Exactly. And you guys sit down and start enjoying your coffee. So while you're doing so, you taste something odd in the coffee. My question is do you have any strategies to help you kind of figure out what exactly is weird with it?
Well, I do have a sweet tooth, so if it's kind of like maybe like a chunk of sugar that's odd, or...
Let's do that. So it's not exactly within the parameters of Sweet Tooth, so we'll do Imagine, but then you also roll Sweet Tooth. So 2 dice, choose each color should be associated with your strategy, or 1 strategy and 1 for your soul skill, and then roll. And we do our first roll of the game.
Okay, so for the 2 dice, is that going to be a D10?
Correct. Or... Yeah, D10.
Okay.
Hey, Resident Moon, with the
So,
20. You want to roll
Hey,
low.
listen, I like having fun with the little emojis. There.
Oh, that's you, huh?
As a me.
So I rolled a 6. And that's for, I guess we'll go with body for that.
No. So you're rolling under your strategy, so there should be an associated number with that strategy.
Oh, 6. Okay, so it's barter. So I can trade whatever.
Oh, well, hold on. What was I thought your strategy was Sweet Tooth.
Oh, Sweet Tooth is my legend. Sorry.
Yeah. So you're rolling for Sweet Tooth for your first D10. And as long as that D10 is underneath the number associated with it, which I believe, if you guys can correct me, I think it's 8.
Yes.
Let's go take a look. Yeah. So as long as you roll below an 8 on this roll for your first D10, we'll say your first D10 is associated with your strategy. Then you got 1 success. Your second D10 roll is associated with Imagine, because this is kind of outside the scope of Sweet Tooth, but still related. So you have to get under your Imagine number for another success.
Okay. So for Imagine. So I got a 7 with that one.
What's your Imagine?
My Imagine is 6, so that's a failure.
All right. So if you get 2 successes, kind of like in the other system, Apocalypse World engine, it's almost like a 10 plus or a full success. Full success is everything you want happens. It's amazing. It's awesome. If you have 1 success, and of course that other one will be a failure, it is you have succeeded but with consequences. So in this case, you notice that whatever sugar they are using is unique, and I don't know, it's just kind of like the connecting of wires in your head as you look back to that what you were just making a few moments ago. Most likely, maybe this is the answer, whatever was put in this coffee. At the same time, though, you start seeing like these eldritch symbols start appearing on your arm, as well as your hands, and they don't burn, but it's like very, very kind of like this icy hot cold feeling that you have.
That's terrifying.
Do I mention this to Bacon as this is happening?
It's up to you. He's just kind of enjoying his coffee and whistling elevator music.
I'm gonna take another sip of my coffee and be like, it's a strange sugar today. Are you getting eldritch symbols with yours?
So Bacon looks over at you. No, I don't take mine with sugar. It's just regular. Lots of cream though. Yeah, it's right now. It's a what is it? It's a frosted cookie creamer.
Interesting. I hope this doesn't affect later.
So what are you doing next?
I'm gonna look around to see if anyone else is getting the same. Maybe they had the sugar today too.
Looking around, doesn't look like anyone else has these weird eldritch symbols on them. Yeah, you're like the only one who's just kind of like these black eldritch symbols which have kind of appeared over you.
Lucky.
Can I try and reach out to Tammy to see if she knows anything about these?
Yeah.
So
So you flag over Tammy, and she comes over and she's chewing some gum, a large amount of gum. She's like, "What's up?"
What's up?
Tammy, did you change the sugar today? Because I'm having a reaction, and then I just show her my arms.
Oh yeah. She like takes it out and like puts it underneath the table. Yeah, actually, we had a new person deliver the sugar this morning. Very small. Has like this huge hat, like big hat. Maybe from Hershey.
That sounds kind of right. Okay. Do you happen to have an address for this big hat person?
Well, we got a receipt, so I can get that for you.
Yes, that'll be great. And then I'm gonna take note of these eldritch symbols on my arms and try to decipher them.
All right. She comes back as you're kind of writing them down still with this CVS long receipt. If you guys have never been to CVS, it's like a mile long. And it includes coupons for stuff that has nothing to do with CVS sometimes.
I'm just gonna snatch the receipt from her and keep the coupons.
You're like, yes.
This is in payment for your sugar debacle. So
It's not my fault. It might be my fault. In any case, enjoy your coffee.
thanks, Tammy.
No problem, Bev.
So I'm writing down these markings on my arms, and I'm also starting to think maybe Arabelle might know something. Is there a way for me to contact her while I'm at this IHOP of magic?
Arabelle, did you have a cell phone?
I do. That was, one of my
Yeah.
think about Supernatural to throw away cell phones.
Yeah, she's got a burner you can call.
I don't have a phone with me, but could I?
Yeah, you see your dear true love, Mr. Bacon, pull out a phone, and it's like one of those 1990s.
Oh no! Is this
It's Zach. It's Zach. It's Zach Morris' phone.
Yeah, you know, like a little.
The big brick.
So Bev just continues to drink her coffee a little bit. Dear, do you mind if I borrow your phone? I have to call someone about these because I'm worried they're going to start turning, or just I need to call someone.
Yes, I have noticed you have looked a little different. Here, and he hands you the phone, extends the antenna and everything, and as long as it's domestic, it should be fine.
I'll pay you back. I'll just
Okay. You start dialing the numbers.
I don't know what plane she's on, or
Arabelle, what's your ringtone?
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters!
And where are you at during this moment?
Oh my god, let's make it horrible. She's in the middle of a lecture.
So the the typical like balding professor is up in the front like every now and then, like,
Is it Professor Elemental?
Oh, it should be.
No. She's teaching the lecture.
Oh, all right. So then you have Professor Elemental sitting in on the class. When you hear da-da-da, it was like Ghostbusters.
So she's in the middle of saying something, and like her back is to the class, and she's got her hand up with the chalk, and she's like, she hears the Ghostbusters theme go off, and she's like, I have one guess who this is. Excuse me, class. I'll be right back. And you see the students like laughing and chuckling. So she goes out into the hallway, and she answers, so she's like, "Hello, Beverly."
Oh, good. I hope I wasn't interrupting anything, but I have the worst reaction to this weird sugar. I have eldritch symbols that are crawling up my arms, and I'm not sure if that's all where they are. I haven't checked.
Okay. Right. So, can you describe them to me?
So, do these elder symbols look kind of like triangles and eyeballs and?
Yeah, they're like they almost look like the viney tentacles wrapping around your arm and ending at several eyeballs.
So there's a lot of eyes. There are wrappings of some sort. I can't really tell. There's no actual lettering. It's just mostly hieroglyphics, I guess.
Can you? So I know. All right. First of all, I don't know how you got a phone, but anyway, can you do me a favor? Can you send me a picture?
I'll have to call you back.
You can do it while you're on the phone. I mean, mine does multitasking all the time.
Well, I'm on. You see, I'm on my true love's rotary phone. So.
Okay.
Let me ask him to switch it out with the modern one, because this is his favorite. So.
Okay. Okay. You call me back.
I hang up and I ask Dear Bacon for another phone that can take pictures. And of course, is it going to be like the Razr flip phone?
Yeah. He pulls it from another pocket, flips it out like, when you think you're really cool.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
So I take it and I just take like very terrible selfies where you can kind of see what's going on. Like if there's an elbow, you think, and it's just little writing things and all sorts of stuff across the arms and kind of around the neck a bit.
Arabelle, when you're looking at it, you see several what look like kind of pieces of people. It looks like humans, almost transparent. They look like they've been ripped apart, and they're kind of grasping Beverly's arm in these kind of grotesque fashions.
Well, this is certainly disturbing on a number of levels. I don't know what she's managed to get herself into this time, but it looks like, yeah, I'm going to have to end this lecture early. So she goes right back into the classroom and she sets the phone down and she looks at everybody very politely.
Yeah, so when you come back, about half of your students are already gone.
I swear to God, my cellar. The rest of you just go home. Nobody even cares about this damn class anyway.
They all just kind of. Some of them look like sadly to you, but then someone's like, hey, there's tater tots at lunch, and they just kind of head out.
Okay. Speaking of tater tots, I can hear one running up the stairs. My dog's name is Tater Tot, by the way.
Aww.
So, all right. She's like, all right, fine. Pulls out a book, huge book like this thick, on the desk. So, what would I have to roll to try to kind of research this and get a little more information?
So it's up to your strategies. What strategies do you feel?
Occult and folklore.
All right. What's the what's the tag next? Not the tag, but the like legendary, best, etc.
Skilled.
Skilled. All right. So go ahead and roll that. That's within reason. You have your books available to you. You're not in any rush. So yeah, roll those two.
Okay, so for the occult and folklore, I got a 1, so that's under that. But for the reason, I got a 9.
Ooh, all right. So that's success with consequences. So you're looking at the Eldritch symbols and what's happening here, and you're pretty sure this is partly in the wheelhouse of necromancy. Strange, almost death-like magic that's normally not associated with the Fae, but you might know a few people who dabble. The moment you kind of start opening your occult books and figuring this stuff out, the lights go out.
So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my desk drawer and grab out this big old box of kosher salt and set it right next to the book. Nope.
Nope. And we're gonna zoom in real briefly over to Quinn. Quinn, what are you up to?
Yes. I am in my workshop, and I recently lost my ring finger, so I have that like on ice, and I am fiddling with a couple of bolts, trying to get them to work together for this thing that looks kind of dangerous. It kind of spreads all over the room, all over, and finally click it into place. And then she hits a ball, and it's this wire, this long contraption that goes all the way around the room, and there's a ball that goes over the mantle, and then it clicks something else, and then a pot of water goes over the fire, and then it whistles, and something swings a cup underneath it, and it pours tea.
Hells yeah.
And she goes and she gets her tea, and she's like, okay, so what's next? Book. I need my book. I need my tea. I need my book. And I go looking for my soot-covered journal because it's got my next idea in it.
All right. You come upon your journal, and you've probably written some of these in like this fever pitch of enthusiasm, excitement, and
yes.
probably destruction raining down behind you. And you have several notes concerning something you've probably forgotten, but it's kind of hard to it's who knows, or maybe someone else wrote it. You have a drawing of this old mummified coffin, and it's opened up, and you have this pointed little arrow that says "Mummy Goo." And then there's like this truck next to it that looks like has this nice little doodle on it. And yeah, it's just kind of like, what?
So okay, so there's a coffin. There's a coffin right there, and it's open, and then there's a mummy goo, and then there's a truck, and it's going away. I don't know where it's going. I don't remember what I was doing here. Oh, well, I think there's something on the next page.
Looking on the next page, it says, "Call Onira."
Call.
And there's like several, like, it almost looks like there was an argument going on right underneath it. Like, don't call her, she's busy. And it's like, no, it's okay, you should call her. And it's like, it's the weekend.
Well,
What are you gonna do?
the sun's still out, so she's at home. So I go over to my rotary phone, and I go, shink, shink, shink.
There's like sparks coming out of it.
Stop that. Ring.
Onira's getting a call.
Ring.
All right. I'm like screening my calls. I'm like, damn it. Because I usually know to answer this. Because she's probably gotten herself into some trouble. I might as well answer the phone.
All right, you answer the phone.
All right, so I'm going to answer the phone.
Oh, I don't think she's gonna. Oh, hello?
Hello?
Hi, Onira. My bestest buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well. What are you doing?
I had a note in my thing to call you, and it's after a thing that said something about mummy goo, and I don't remember what it was for. So I'm giving you a call because I figured you weren't out and about yet because the sun's still up.
That's true. I'm home.
Did we talk about mummy goo? Did we talk about mummies when you were
talk
here?
about a lot of things.
But like the notes are from yesterday.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a record of where you got this goo from?
No.
Great.
I think I might have sent it somewhere though. maybe.
You might have sent it somewhere, or someone sent it to you.
No, the truck was going away from the coffin, so I think I sent it somewhere. I don't remember where. I didn't write that down.
Oh, okay. Well.
Also, I have some new blood tea in. That came in 2 days ago. I forgot to tell you.
That sounds nice. Well, the only person that would know about mummy goo, probably, I have a friend who works in antiquities for the History Museum in the Egyptian department.
Okay.
So maybe that? I don't know, but we could give them a call, see what they have to say.
In the background, you hear clacking of her knitting needles, and she started knitting and like holding her phone like this, trying to.
Right.
So we call the peoples and the stuff, and then we find out things about Mummy Goo.
We could find out things. Yes. Do you know where it was sent? Does it tell you? Do you have a record of that?
No, but it was like a package truck, not like a pickup truck.
Gotcha. So maybe a lot of mummy goo?
Well, I send out a lot of things. I send out contraptions. I send out like scarves and things. I sent out this mechanical kitty the other day, and somebody paid me a lot of money, so now I've got like money for all the fun magic stuff that you were telling me about. But yeah, I don't know where.
Okay, well, let's give my friend a call and we'll see what we got.
Okay, are you gonna call?
I
don't know the people, and I talk really fast. You like?
No, yeah. So I'll give him a call, and how about we meet up later on this evening after the sun goes down.
Okie dokie. Do you want to meet here? Do you want me to go to your place? Do you want me to go to the museum? I can go to the museum. And yeah, because that would take me 2 hours to get there.
Oh, okay. How about we meet halfway between you and the museum, just in case we need to go there.
So at the IHOP?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. I'll bring the blood tea so that you can try it.
Perfect.
Aww.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
She's already hung up the phone.
All right, Anira, who are you gonna call?
All right, so I'm gonna call my friend at Antiquities, who lived in Egypt. She's a vampire as well, and she's the only person who I could possibly think of that would know anything about goo, mummy or otherwise.
All right. So you give this individual a call. On the other line is this deep, gravelly voice. Excuse me.
Hey,
Is
it's me.
Oh, is someone on?
Yes, yeah. You mastered the art of the cell phone yet?
One of my servants is holding the cell phone right now.
Gotcha. Well, hey, so I have some questions for you about, do you know anything about mummy goo? Or I guess what someone might call mummy goo, it might be something different. It might be, there might be a more technical term for it.
Yeah, let's stop calling it goo. That sounds unscientific and weird.
So is there any, I guess, byproduct of the mummification process that, or something that has been found over time that...
Yeah, so actually there's one of us was found maybe about a week ago. Had a bunch of blood, and when a vampire is just in the same place for a very long time, it gets gross. So let's call it vampire secretions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mummifications from a vampire. Okay.
Yeah. And
I could see how they could mistake that with mummification since they're both so old.
yeah.
Um,
It was very unfortunate. Apparently, this vampire ancient one was supposed to wake up, and we were going to learn from him, but there was some explosions, an ice cream truck, and someone blew him up and went away with the coffin.
oh God. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I have no idea who that could have been. What a random happenstance.
We do have some hunters looking into it.
Great. Well, that gives me great and useful information. I really appreciate it. Since I have you on the phone, any news? Anything else going on?
Well, not a lot. Just helping out with the investigation as I can. I
Gotcha.
think we're
Okay.
zeroing in on the individual, so I'll let you know when it happens.
All right. Yeah, keep me updated as soon as you hear anything. You know, I'm pretty invested in getting to the bottom of it as well. You know, anything that affects, you know, our people. So keep me apprised of what's going on.
Yeah, of course. I'll have my servant write it in his little pad.
Great. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will, if I hear anything, I will let you know.
Thank you, Onira. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna hang up. And then need a drink.
So going back to Arabelle, the lights have gone out. You now sit or stand in the kind of like the huge auditorium where you teach from, and you hear footsteps coming down from the kind of like the steps as it goes down, coming towards you. Just soft and kind of in time with something.
So are you going to identify yourself or continue to be a chicken shit?
So you hear laughing, and the lights come on, and before you, you see what looks like it's almost this young person with these elongated legs and arms. His fingers are kind of holding him up from the front, and you see his toes are elongated too, and they're holding him up from the back in kind of like this four kind of quadruped way. It's wearing this flat stuffed hat, which looks like several animals are kind of poking their heads out of. And it comes closer to you. You know that this is a fake creature.
Oh, good. Which court are you from?
The Unseelie.
Well, that was obvious. I meant, are you winter or fall, darling?
Winter.
That's not surprising. Well, if you could give me your message and then be on your way. If not, I have some very nice, sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
Werewolves start storming the
I
building.
know, right? Werewolves attack. Ba-dum-ba-ba-bum. Anticipation.
Like, that investigation took much shorter time than I thought. You're under arrest.
I know, right?
Sorry, I'm still waiting. Oh, no, we're still going.
Oh, is that the fireworks?
Maybe come back to me in a second.
Yeah, we'll come back. um,
Where
Just
are
hold
you
that-
that they're doing fireworks now?
Just hold that thought while the students bang down my door.
they're like,
Right.
we want to do homework. Said no one ever.
Well, it could be like reverse Indiana Jones, where she's got all the male students banging on her door trying to get help.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fair. Yeah.
that's funny.
All right, Beverly Doe, what are you up to?
So I'm still trying really hard not to scratch at these eldritch marks, but they're making me uncomfortable. So I start to get up and wave down Tammy again. More coffee and let me into the kitchen. I need to bake something while I just wait for the answer about these marks.
You know I can't let you in the kitchen.
And why not? Do you not have a stove? Do you not have dough? Do you not have all the utensils? I have a whisk in my recipe book. I must cook.
Well, don't you have your own place? This is a Waffle House. I mean, you can't
So
really
Waffle House.
you can't really do this stuff without like permission and such.
It's a Waffle House.
The bureaucratic red tape of the Waffle House.
I'm pretty sure you could do anything in a Waffle House.
You can.
Nobody would know, and people would be like, that's not the weirdest thing I've seen in a Waffle House.
I'm just gonna push past Tammy and
Bye.
wave Bacon to hold my seat while I go make something that's Eldritch related.
And he's like, all right, let me switch everyone back to their appropriate places. Whoosh. Whoosh. Oh, wait, no, that's not where you go. Whoosh.
What happened?
My Eldritch marks switched us around.
You know, like they do.
Like you do.
All I wanted to do was bake like a Rosetta Stone out of like dough and then try and decipher what the heck's on my arm because I can't really see.
Ooh. All
Is
right.
it shifting around?
Huh? So go ahead and give me a cooking roll. What
Cooking
strategies are you using to kind of move this forward?
So for this, I'm going to use my knowledge of ghost stories, which is a 7.
All right.
And then I'm gonna roll for.
So
Am I rolling for imagine or is it for
reason for this one?
reason?
Yeah, you got all the information.
Okay, reason is 4, so let's see.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
So the first one is a 3, so that's a success.
Yep, got that one.
Yay! Okay, and then the second one is a failure, of course, because we can't have nice things.
Yeah, no one will have a
This
full
is why
success.
we can't have nice things.
So I am attempting to bake a Rosetta Stone to the Eldritch arms.
Are you okay? A Rosetta Stone. Are you trying to make a cake or a like? Are you cooking? What type of like thing are you baking?
I do want to bake like a sheet cake so I can read it in long form.
Excellent. So you're like, where's the sugar? And you're going around and you see this old dusty jar. And as you kind of like pick it up, you almost see what looks like an eyeball kind of pluck against the side. And there's this white tape around it that says brown sugar. As you're cooking it up. Yeah, the moment you like start mixing everything together, you're like, something's wrong. You look out the windows, the sky is darkening. There's almost like this lightning. Your true love, Bacon, kind of peeks his head into the door and it's like, is everything okay?
I'm baking up a storm. Go back to your seat.
Oh, okay, fine. He heads back with his coffee mug. Lightning comes down as you make this eldritch horror of a cake, which very much looks like kind of a lemon cake. Has like a nice white with kind of like these yellow dribblings on the exterior with kind of flowers.
Bars! That's perfect. They're so evil.
It's amazing. It's definitely a good cake. If it wasn't consumed with the evil of whatever brown sugar you put into it, which really looks like charcoal more than brown sugar, with some specks of like this red dust in it. But the moment that you kind of like you use it, and you're trying to eat it to give you like these Rosetta Stone powers, or do you just kind of put your hand in it?
I'm gonna put my arm like right on top of it to see if it'll imprint the marks.
All right, you put your arm over it, and immediately, what is your arm is no more.
Oh God.
But you see the translations. I have 5p. How many tails can I get for that? What you talking about, James?
He's talking about the pennies for your thoughts, or pennies for a tale title.
Oh yeah, you could like,
We got a tale for you.
so many.
It
We're
might not be the one you want.
Yeah, so Beverly, the Eldritch symbols are now plastered on the ceiling, translated into a language you understand, and almost nailed and crushed on top of the ceiling are all these small little parts of human beings, kind of dripping. So you see these like skeletal bodies almost look like they're halfway phased into the wall, dripping down blood onto your lemon cake. And on the ceiling are the words, "I'll be back." And then there's like this small little signature, like with a big D, like
Is that
dash D.
Is it an anagram? Do I have to switch this around? I add the wording from the wall to my recipe book, just in case, and I start just scribbling.
Not an anagram. Yep, it looks like a pretty straight message. "I'll be back," and then there's like the dash, almost like signed by, and then there's like this big D.
Oh. Maybe that's my ex. Is that an ex person?
Not that you know of. Who knows? Maybe it's someone who like you overtook in cooking college.
Hi, stray cat. I just baked a lemon cake that's supposed to decipher these eldritch markings that I have on my arms after drinking some strange sugar and tea.
Yeah, you do not have the eldritch symbols on your arm because your arm's gone. It's just like, yeah, you pretty much have this stub where your arm used to be.
Oh no, I've been pawed. Well, okay. So I'm a single amputee now.
Yep.
Now we have one person who's missing a finger, one person who's missing an arm.
We are ableists now. Or is that the word?
Yes, we are very able. And Quinn has made prosthetics before.
I'm gonna bake myself an arm with my good arm.
Nice.
So let's hop back to Arabelle, standing before this creature with elongated arms, legs, and these toes and fingers, which are kind of sprawled out, holding it up in this quadruped-like fashion, staring down, leering at Arabelle with this large smile, with several of these crushed little animals kind of peering out through this hat.
So I'll ask you again. Why don't you give me your message and then get the hell out of here? And he can hear a shotgun talking underneath the desk.
He's like, you see like his nose, like the nostrils kind of grow a little bit more, and you feel the gust of wind as he...
Oh no.
You're connected to it, I'm pretty sure. Who were you speaking to?
What? Be a little more clear. I know you guys aren't the best at that, but
Connections. I need it. Who are you talking? Who have you talked to? Who have you connected with today?
Your mom.
why is that any of your business, and what does that have to do with the winter court? Because the winter court should probably stay out of the summer court's business.
And you feel that, like, that breath, like that air as you... And he moves one of his fingers up to his nose and kind of flicks out what looks like a finger onto the ground. Fine. And you just see him start to crawl out of the door. Like, just he's just heading out of the classroom.
Oh, no, wait. Hold on. She walks around the desk, walks over to him, looks at him. Before you go, and she tosses, with a gloved hand, a piece of cold iron onto him.
Oh God.
Oh, so why don't you do a strategy? What strategy are you employing?
My guess would probably be the occult and folklore.
All right, we can use that. This will be imagine, though, since it's kind of out of the scope of the normal use.
Got it. Also, again, I apologize for the random, like, boom, 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 boom.
It's okay.
It's like literally right here.
I want fireworks. It's like nothing's happening outside my neighborhood.
One of Quinn's inventions is kind of going haywire.
Yeah, it's like...
Alright, what we got here? Ooh. We got 3 on the skilled and a meat for the imagine, so 5.
Is that 2 successes?
One of them meets it. So I like
so
5.
yeah, that's a failure.
Okay.
Oh, you said it so casually. Oh yeah, that's a failure.
I mean, you still have a success with consequences. So he, like, starts to, like, sizzle and freak out as this thing smashes into him. And almost like a spider, if you pour, like, water on a spider, it's just, like, is, like, flailing, just flipping out. If you ever saw the thing with all the limbs, it's just, like, everywhere. And then there's a... And this room is now covered in this black dust, almost goo-like substance.
You.
Finale.
Oh, finale.
Please hold for finale.
Yeah, we are...
I can see the flashes on the back of her wall.
Yeah. That's the type of high quality we bring to all of our viewers. You get to watch a show, and then you get to see the benefits of another fireworks show.
Right.
I like that Godfather says, I swear you need to turn off the popcorn cooker.
It's a loud popcorn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Popper.
Oh, what's his name?
His name is... Oh, she just said it.
Tater tot. And I think they're done.
Tater tots. Tater tots.
Oh.
Tater tots. So cute.
Poppers. Everybody in the chat agrees.
Cute poppers.
All right. So now I've also got my mom here. Mom, wave hi.
Hi, Mom. Hello.
Thanks for taking care of the pupper.
Yes.
Jasmine says thanks for taking care of the pupper.
You are best.
All of a sudden, it got because you could tell me. I'm like, oh my god, I'll sit with him. Well, you were
A
sitting.
heart for the mummers.
Always on time, I am.
All right.
Always on time she is.
Yes, she is.
She arrives just when she's needed.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. Remind me where we were before the giant finale popcorn.
Oh,
thing.
I mean, so just like the fireworks in the show, there's just poof, this explosion of this black glitter as it's kind of filled up the room, and you have like this dust on your face. It's almost as if someone went into a very dusty closet and just did like a leaf blower into it. You hear several knockings on the door, and like a Do the students know your name as Arabelle, like Professor Arabelle, or another name?
They know me as probably Professor Mira.
Yeah, so they're like Professor Nira, and there's pounding and stuff like that. Are you okay?
I'm quite alright. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. All good. Something went wrong with the mechanics on the projector. Just don't worry about it. It's all good.
Do you have any strategies for this?
I have negotiation.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is reasoning. You are their, you're an authority figure, etc. So go ahead.
I've got a 2 and a 3. So reason is 5. Negotiation is 7.
How many successes is that?
2.
2 successes?
Yes.
You got the full 2 successes. This is it. This is your moment in the sun, as you say. What do you say again?
Unprecedented.
What did I say?
What did you say to the students?
Oh, I said there's something went wrong with the projector. It's all good.
And they're like, okay, and head out. So nonetheless, let's take a look back at our dream, not our character sheet, but our dream map. So let's see, perfect topping. So we've actually been doing pretty good with this. So we can definitely say that we have acquired the perfect topping, or at least something something important.
Something like it.
Yeah, something like it. So we are heading towards the second milestone. Just so we kind of get a figure of where we're at in the story. So let's jump over to the evening. By now, you guys have probably, things are happening. Things are being set into motion. And how would you guys kind of meet? Because I know Quinn was talking to Anira, Beverly was talking to Arabelle. What is the thing that kind of brings everyone together?
So
Sundown.
I know we're supposed to meet for like food-ish.
You probably go to the Waffle House.
Right. So maybe we could go there and they're still there or something like that.
Sounds good.
Um,
Nerdy, they actually had a question concerning your nurse.
yes. Let me see. What?
They're
Sorry.
asking if you
I'm using
actually
a
were
different-
a nurse.
Oh yeah, I'm in nursing school now. I hopefully take my NCLEX in graduate in about 30 days. Should take that in about 60 days. So very very soon I should be. Yes. My favorite thing in the world.
It's gonna be awesome. We were very proud. She's the
Yeah,
best.
I'm the healer in real life. I went support class, so yeah, that's
All right, so you guys,
now. But yeah, I think we should meet at So we'll go to the Waffle House. That'll be like our meeting point because I told Quinn to meet me halfway in between her place and the museum area, and that way Beverly will already be there, and maybe Beverly can convince Arabelle that she needs her to help her or come over or something.
Yes.
All right.
I could call her over.
Great. Just what she wants. Another call.
So when Quinn arrives, she's got a backpack full of like tinkering things that she's in the middle of that she didn't want to leave. So she comes in and she puts down her bag and she starts working on something that's kind of cylindrical. She doesn't know what it's for yet, but she's just taking her multi-tool and screwing things in and stuff.
And where did you guys decide to meet at? Was it the Waffle House or some other place?
Yes, Waffle House.
Since some people are already there.
Cool. So those approaching the Waffle House, you almost see like this black sky, almost kind of gathering over the Waffle House.
Huh, that's weird.
That's never a good sign.
But there's better light inside, so I'm gonna go inside.
Inside, the lights are flickering on and off. There's a strong odor of death and decay. But you know, Tammy's bouncy and butterfly-ly and handing people pancakes and waffles and such, and you know, she has a nice pep to her step, and she greets you guys. Hello.
Hi, it'll be 2.
Hi.
You sit yourself.
Tammy is
Thanks.
bubbly and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, Tammy.
Okay.
What did I say?
You said Beverly.
Oh yeah, Beverly's not butterly. Butterly.
Butterly contained.
Yeah. What's Beverly up to?
She just finished baking her arm, so she's attaching that.
Full on Bruce Campbell style.
Yeah.
You see this cake contraption.
Beverly, what'd you do to your arm?
Well, you see, there were symbols. We're going with symbols. There were symbols
Okay.
for my T. They were on my arm, and I'm flexing the cookie arm. So
Well, that's not gonna work. That's gonna melt in water. Hang on, I'm gonna do a thing for you, and I try to make her an arm.
All right, roll.
Okay, so I'm rolling engineering and imagine because I'm not in my workshop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good choice.
Yeah. So I got a 4 for my engineering. My engineering's a 7, and I got a 2 for my imagine. My imagine is also a 7.
All right, there you go. A full success. What do you make? This is on you.
So I have this cylindrical thing already started that has like a couple of things in it that turn, and so I just take a couple of forks and shove them in there to make like kind of fingers, but fingers that have tines in them, so you can use it for more grabby stabby things, which is kind of cool. And
Nice.
then I use like they brought out candles because the lights are flickering, so they brought out candles. So I took a candle and I used it to mold the top portion to her arm, and then I took Mr. Bacon's belt. I cut it up a little bit and I made straps so that it would go around her shoulder.
Oh, this is marvelous.
Yes.
So, like I was saying, I was trying to decipher the eldritch marks that were on my arms. And then, of course, one thing led to another. I put my arm on top of the cake. The cake exploded and took my arm with it. So now I have this lovely appendage here. So,
wow.
What have you been up to?
And you see, what's his name? Bacon, kind of raise his coffee cup and he says, "I love her still."
Oh, can I have that?
This?
Yeah. What is it?
It's my coffee mug.
Oh, can I have one?
No.
There's one at the behind the counter. This is a breakfast place.
Hey,
There's-
Tammy, can I have a coffee?
Oh yeah, of course, honey. And she.
Decaf, please.
Why decaf? What'd I do?
You're fine. Just
Remember last time?
I'm planning ahead.
Because reasons.
God,
I haven't
reasons are overrated.
I haven't steered you wrong before.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So you guys are now all gathered at the Waffle House with these huge clouds gathering about and winds growing ever stronger.
Wait, how'd I get there?
Oh, Arabelle. Oh yeah, you're are you heading over there or?
You probably sensed eldritch magic being like
Well, Beverly called you or
detonated.
is going to call you, right?
Yep. I'm going to call her on my Razor flip phone.
Hell yeah.
For those of you who are not 90s kids, that is a phone that used to close. And it's like a little pancake clam. And it had only a camera on one side, and you had to push a button to get the camera to work.
And
then
you had to
she
press
can
666 to call your mom.
Yeah, it's
And
like
everybody loved it, and it was like you were the cool kid if you had one of those.
And you could put skins on it too. Like it was, you could have like a pink metal skin. You could slip like a purple one to be like a Power Ranger for a day, or it's great. Anyway, calling her on my flip phone Razor.
hey, it's Bacon's flip phone.
Oh, did I ever give it back to you? I don't think I did.
Nope.
I'm gonna use your phone again.
Is it hot pink?
It's like a bacon color.
So
That's what I
bacon.
meant. Yeah.
So it's
Really
red
is a
with
bacon
white
snack.
stripes on it.
Yeah.
So I take his phone again. Didn't even ask. I just pick it up and call. And Annabelle, we need you here now. There is a cloud of eldritch magic, and I don't know what to do.
What? Oh, this explains so much.
I exploded my arm. So now I know what's going on, kind of. Do you know anybody who says, I will be back, and with the initial D?
That could be a lot of people. To be perfect.
Okay, I figured as much. Bring your tablets. We shall eat.
Bring the what? Oh, okay.
I'll make you your favorite food.
Okay.
Please, thank you.
All right. Well, it's a lot of eldritch magic. Fake winter god. Say
Oh, good. I'll put your drink on too. Bye.
bye. Oh.
Bye.
So she heads over, just shaking her head. She puts a messenger bag over her shoulder with a bunch of her books and stuff in case she needs them. And she heads over to the Waffle House to have some food and some coffee and try to keep her sanity, which she's fairly certain is not going to happen.
All right. Yeah, you head towards you see the tornado. But what you see that no one else sees are these, pieces of bodies kind of floating around the tornado.
Okay. That's cool.
Right. Legit.
And so then I took the leftovers from the crossbow that I made, and I connected them with some leftover wire from a telephone pole that nobody was using, but I just found it. And so I combined those things, and I made a really effective slingshot. It still kind of burns my fingers, so I need like some leather or something, but I'm still looking. I've got Ezra looking for that stuff.
Nobody was using the telephone pole. You just found a telephone pole.
I mean,
no one needs it.
Maybe nobody needs it. They've got all these like satellite whatevers in the sky.
Seems legit.
Okay. All right.
You're pretty sure someone needed that.
Yeah, I mean, how do you connect the satellites? But okay, that's not what this is about, right?
Beginner at lying.
All right. So about other things that you've created and why.
Like,
I called my friend, the vampire.
Oh, right, the museum guy. Okay.
Right. So, it turns out goo is not the technical term for what you found.
Well, I mean, that's what it looked like, though, and it kind of made that sound that, things do. That's like goo.
Mm-hmm. That's probably true. But do you know, let's see, and you don't have any information on how you obtained this residue?
GM, do I remember how I obtained said residue?
Oh, let's see. Do you have any strategies that might help you with this?
Low waist, maybe?
Hmm.
Or lying?
Oh, yeah, you lie. You do that.
All right. Well, we'll use lying. But roll
Okay.
imagine.
Okay, so my I fail horribly.
Is it a critical fail?
So my imagine is a 7 and I rolled a 7, and my lying is a 4 and I rolled a 6.
Okay, so not a critical failure.
Not a critical
Nonetheless, you vaguely remember staring at a mirror and saying, "All right, we did something.
We did a thing.
We did a thing."
We did a thing, and there was like goo, so I put some in a vial because you don't waste anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, you pretty much remember looking at yourself in a mirror and convincing yourself you forgot.
And then I did.
Yeah.
But no, I don't remember what I did with the vial thingy. No. I know I don't remember. No.
Well, that's unfortunate. Because it seems you've made yourself a bit of a fugitive with the vampires, because that substance can only be obtained by the death and or destruction of a vampire. And it seems there was an unfortunate explosion that resulted in the death and or dismemberment.
But I didn't do any explosions. I save those for when I'm at home. Because the house is reinforced, so it doesn't go like exploding and I don't have a home anymore.
So you don't.
Go ahead.
So we don't know anyone that loves explosions and somehow got their hands on some magic goo.
I mean, I'm not the only one that loves explosions. I mean, there are other people that maybe love explosions that maybe kind of accidentally did explosions and I kind of witnessed it, and then I don't want them to get in trouble, so things.
Oh, I don't think they're going to get in trouble. I think they're going to kill you all.
They're going to get in trouble.
I think they're going to kill you.
Well,
and anyone associated with the incident.
Well, in that case, I really don't want to tell you.
Well, whether you tell me or not, they're probably going to find out. I mean,
but I wear gloves. They wouldn't know.
Well, gloves aren't the only piece of evidence. But regardless, so I'm not one to I want to help my friends.
I know, because you're like the bestest vampire ever.
Well, I try. But also, so here's the thing.
And she's already started like trying to make something out of
Right.
a couple of forks that were left over at somebody's empty place, and so she's like bending it.
So it looks like you might have to lay low for a while. But in order to, the best way to do that is to kind of, so we are aware of all things that happen on this, basically on this plane of existence.
Uh-huh.
So what would have to happen is we would have to go to a different plane of existence.
So we need a quantum flux inverter that would send me to a different dimension. Is that what you're saying?
Or anything of the sort.
Well, I mean, the quantum deals with the time, and then the flux deals with location, and then an inverter means that everything would be backwards, but it wouldn't be here. And I think maybe I don't like I can do the math, but I don't have like the ingredients
Right.
or the practice or the space.
I see.
I heard ingredients.
So, Jasmine, you have the best. Or I'm sorry, Beverly, you have the best ingredients. I called you Jasmine because I once read about the story about a princess named Jasmine, and she was awesome, and she was like a leader and stuff, and she was just amazing, and she had this really pretty singing voice, and you remind me of her when you bring me sweets.
Oh.
But back to the ingredients part, because Beverly's been listening back and forth the whole time, and she's munching on that green, weird looking donut with her new arm.
Smart.
I suggest that we make some kind of I feel like I'm gonna look through my recipe book, and I would like to use I guess what could I do? Can I use ghost stories to kind of figure out what to do? About making something to open another portal to like another plane since we're in trouble.
I mean, you'll probably find that in like a French cookbook. Yeah.
There we go.
So go ahead and roll.
Okay, let's see. A little roll. So for the ghost story about other planes is 7.
Definitely be Imagine.
Imagine. Okay, Imagine
Dragons.
6.
Wait.
Okay.
I have imagined dragons. They're really difficult to construct.
Oh, okay. 1 success. And then another success. Aha!
Yay!
It finally worked for me.
Yay, so you got 2 successes?
2 successes using my
Oh, snap.
my Imagine to figure out if there's such a thing as a recipe for a natural plane jumping.
So my thought is that she makes a sugar crystal that is specifically designed to refract energy in a way that would be conductive towards traveling.
Yes. And so kind of like the ingredients, it takes something like powerful and old to kind of, that has to be the sugar, the exterior
Sugar magic
cake.
8-ball.
Yeah.
Well, so in order to make, I guess, sugar, like,
Spice and everything nice.
right. So you can like caramelize sugar and it makes this sort of sticky substance, which is
I have to buy
So-
a cake.
right. And then you can further bring that down for use. Animal blood is often used for things, right?
True. Would that be part of the because I'm knowledgeable in ghost stories, so
Yeah, you pretty much you have the complete idea on what it'll take to make this exterior item.
So,
do I
yeah.
have any more of that eldritch sugar left?
Oh yeah.
So we've got that. Do you mind, Miss Vampire? Do you mind if we use some of your blood during this process? Since you are technically an older, more magical, powerful creature.
Well, she'd have to like eat first, right? Because
Yeah.
she needs to have blood to replace whatever she's gonna give you.
Thankfully, one of my items that I carry all the time is a vial of blood.
Oh, you're so smart.
in my belongings.
This is
Yay.
why you're my bestie.
And easily flattered, luckily. So yeah, so I'll just take out the little glass vial, snap it open,
Little glass vial.
take it back, and then I offer my wrist to Beverly, and she can put my drippings in a little container.
There we go.
Onira drippings. Yummy.
So Beverly, you're combining the Onira drippings and the sugar from the Eldritch container, the brown sugar. Arabelle, as you're sitting, you're kind of not a part of this craziness that is occurring, this mad science. Looking around, you notice footsteps slowly approaching the Waffle House. You just see kind of like the the footfalls, and that's it.
I assume I'm probably sitting at the end of the booth since I was the last one to come in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so look at everyone. Oh, excuse me for just 1 minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back. So I walk over to the front door of the Waffle House because you said they haven't come in yet, right? They're
Correct.
still
Yeah.
working.
Oh, and remember, people, when you fail a roll, you can use your tags if you can figure out a way to kind of put it in. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. Sorry, Go ahead, Amanda.
All right, so I walk outside. I can see the footfalls. I kind of just tuck my head to the side, and I'm like, mysteriously can't see somebody. I'm pretty sure this is fairy magic. Fairly sure this is fairy magic. All right. So I'm trying to think like what I could do to make him not or her not be invisible. Maybe something like breaking their glamour.
You can attempt. You do see because there's several footfalls as they're kind of approaching you, almost kind of a U formation.
Okay. I have fairy magic, which is an 8 because that's my legend.
All right.
And then would it be imagine or reason?
We'll do imagine.
Okay. Yes, 3 and a 2.
Oh snap! Full success. So what does your magic look like?
So essentially, she kind of lifts up her hands and she's doing this number, and it kind of like fairy fire in D&D. Obviously, I'm not actually using fairy fire because that ignite them. But you know how fairy fire is supposed to, or fairy lights are supposed to outline people. So my thought is instead of outlining them, it just kind of slowly, extends from the fingertips out to the person and covers them and dissipates their glamour.
All right, so before you, you see 5 individuals, each one with black eyes and fangs. These are not fey creatures. You are very confident now that you have a good look at them. Very pale, with very long fangs. And they hiss at you, and some of them actually freak out. 2 of them freak out and run since they believe that they're on fire, while the other 3 are going towards you in a very aggressive manner.
Oh, whoa! Slow your roll! Seriously, I meant no harm. I just had a bad run-in with the Winter Court Fae earlier. My bad.
So they're coming at you. They're not stopping unless you want to use a strategy to kind of prevent them, or you can use fey magic to fight.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but let's try negotiation first.
All right.
Okay, that's 1 fail and 1 success. I got a 4 and a 6.
All right. So one of them immediately runs over and punches you right in the face. You have this welt that's growing on your cheek, so you're taking 1 body damage. And you're like, no, 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 no. And then the one of them kind of whistles, and they all kind of stop. The one who kind of has this long jacket approaches you, and looks inside the Waffle House. We want the one named Quinn.
I don't know anybody by that name. I apologize. Is there something else that I might be able to help you with?
Her blood is forfeit.
I don't know what that means.
We have ruled it. So we're going to go in there and we're going to drag her out. Our fight's not with you.
But what I don't understand. What is going on here? Why are we dragging people out? Why does it sound like we're murdering people?
She is accused of the murder of one of our eldest.
So I should sense that they're here, right?
You kind of look out and like, oh, hey.
Like, Jesus Christ. All right, so the sooner we do this, the better. We need to do this now. Let's pick it up. What else do we need to do?
So I just need a few things. So I need some rods, and that might work, and I'm gonna try to like get the items I need to build this portal from the kitchen.
All right. Let's see.
And I want to use my multi-tool.
So, you start kind of gathering up the ingredients after Beverly has kind of made this like weird sugary almost glass-like oval.
It's a sugar Fabergé.
Yeah.
The Elder Jade.
I want to eat this. So you're starting to what you're managing right now are some very dangerous chemicals, and it's actually you're gonna need some. You're pretty confident. You don't know if you want to tell everyone, but as you combine these, there's gonna be some damage to the Waffle House. You're very confident.
So why don't you guys and the other cooks step outside for just a second, or like to another section, just in case things go bad, because it might.
You just see Tammy run.
She's like, not again.
Yeah, she runs past you guys out the window. Arabelle, you see her run, and like one of the vampires gives a wave.
So because one of my milestones is everyone lives, and that doesn't just apply to this group. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that everyone gets out of the restaurant.
All right. Do you have any strategies to assist you in that endeavor?
Seduction?
Yeah. How are you seducing them out of the Waffle House? I want to see this.
The entirety of the
Can I support her?
I'm just gonna try to convince everyone that if we can go somewhere, that we can just have a big old orgy.
Can I support her at all? With my infectious smile that's probably terrifying?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We'll use it so she can get a re-roll on one of her failed, if she does have a failed
If
roll.
I fail.
Yeah, if you fail.
So
yeah, go ahead. You're gonna, so it'll be reason, since this is your wheelhouse. You're a vampire.
Right,
You're
I've been
good at
doing this for
seduction.
centuries.
Yeah. Hopefully you can seduce people out of Waffle Houses.
Right, yeah. So I rolled 2 die, is that correct?
Yes, the first one we'll say is your strategy. The second one will be your soul skill.
Okay, and what die am I rolling?
D10.
It's a D10.
Mm-hmm.
D10. 2 D10. All right. So the first one's a 10.
Ooh, that's not good.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Second one's a 6.
All right, and what was your reasoning?
7.
All right, so that's one success. You can re-roll your 10 because of Quinn's infectious smile.
Okay, so my reasoning, I made it, and so my seduction is at 5, so I have to be under 5. Is that right?
Yep.
So I'm re-rolling. 2! I did it!
Woo! All right, so it's that combination of the sexy, like, oh, there's an orgy. Okay, cool. And then, like, some of them are a little apprehensive, but then it's something about Quinn's smile that, like, they're like, okay, maybe I want to leave just cuz. And not be here with this smiley person. So you lead all of Waffle House. You have successfully seduced everyone in a Waffle House.
Yeah. That should have been my dream. We would have been done.
Sexy Waffle House endeavors. Yeah. First time anyone has ever used seduction in a Waffle House. Period.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
True. Successfully.
I am from the South. I can refute that.
All right, Arabelle, you see a group of these people follow Onira outside as the winds continue to gather. The vampires are looking towards Quinn now that she is alone with Beverly, Doe, as well as Bacon.
Oh, Bacon didn't leave?
No, Bacon doesn't leave. Bacon stays with his boo.
Oh, that's adorable.
So what y'all looking at? What? Yeah. No. Hi. I'm over here. Over here.
Oh,
With you.
And they're kind of like pointing at Quinn, like.
Okay.
Just deliver us Quinn, and we'll be done. We'll be out of your hair.
I can't do that. And unless you really want to tussle with the Saley Court, I would suggest you not do that.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Light them on fire!
All right. So
I more meant, if you don't want to bring the wrath of the Fate Queen and Princess down on your head, that. But okay, sure.
Let's do this. So also thank you, Corporeal Sonara, for allowing or adding the term orgies to our chat. It was like, do you want to add this word to you? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, it got flagged.
It got flagged. But now orgies are a part of it.
Also, Resonant Moon and Stray Cat Strangler for the follows.
Oh, snap. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
That's me.
I know, right?
I'm Resonant Moon.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
Thank you anyway.
How dare you not be following already? That's great.
Listen, I just met most of you today. So
I'm proud.
I'm proud of you guys.
Oh, we're at 313 followers. We gotta stay there. No one
Oh,
follow.
yeah.
No more people.
Nice. Good job.
And you are welcome for vampire orgies.
Yeah. All right, Arabelle, this is your moment in the sun. What are you bringing to the table as these vampires approach you, looking like they want to throw down?
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't tried this in a while. I don't know what's gonna happen. So, how about y'all just stop? I'm just asking you. And as she's doing that, like the outline of her hands is starting to glow, and it's starting to turn like red and purple and green. And I'm not entirely sure that she really means to be doing this. So I'm going to roll the fairy magic with, I'm guessing, imagine.
No, this is your wheelhouse. This is what fairy magic, yeah.
All right, so what do I roll?
Reason. Did you say imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, reason's good for this. What'd you get?
I got a 1 and a 2.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
I'm gonna blow these.
You were ready for this.
So describe what happens. You're able to take out 2 of them.
Okay. So as she's doing this and putting her hands up in like this please stop motion, look, we can talk about this. This huge glow erupts from her hands and shoots forward into the two vampires that are standing in front of her. There are these great shining glittery lights that are reminiscent of the northern lights mixed with glitter, and they just explode.
It's like 4th of July fireworks. Dun, 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 dun. So the last one kind of looks at them and he just like, nope, and just starts running away.
What just happened?
Not happy.
No, that was Arabelle. What just happened?
All right, so Quinn.
Yeah.
Now's your moment.
Okay, so with the help of Beverly, I am putting together some rods and stuff to make a temporary portal, if you will, gateway maybe, and kind of locking it together, and then I give Beverly a giant hug and I say, "You always make the best donuts." They're perfect. And then I use my multi-tool and I hit the floor to try to make a spark.
All right. What strategy are you using? Employing.
I am employing low waste and imagine.
All right, go ahead, roll it.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, that is bad. So.
Do you have any tags that you might employ to be able to re-roll one of those fails?
Well, I could. Does multi-tool count as a tag? No, that doesn't count.
No, yeah. You have those specific tags you had at the beginning.
What about manic?
Manic.
Manic? Or too stupid to know the difference?
Let's do that.
There we go. So I'll reroll the 9. That was for my low waist. I got a 9 again. Shit. But I did get a 4 on my imagine because I'm assuming it's imagine because I'm not in my place. So yeah, I did the thing.
So the spark rings out and you guys can hear a little ding, and then as this huge like flame, this green flame erupts from the spark, just burning everyone. Everyone takes 1 body damage.
Oh God. Okay.
So
We're all down to 1.
And I've got 0 now.
Oh no!
No! I killed the princess!
It's not necessarily death. She is unconscious.
Can I do anything here?
Yeah, so you just shoot out almost like a comic book, you see like the smoke trailing behind you as you fly across the sky.
And because her back was to it, like that really works, and she's like
Yeah.
flying like the guy on the cannon.
Whee! Probably falling near where Onira is after dumping the people at the orgy. You could say they're too occupied with each other to really notice that you're like, I'm out.
On fire. Cool. Did I kill Mr. Bacon?
Oh no, he's fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he still has his coffee cup too, and he's just like.
But his shirt is gone.
Yeah,
it got burnt off.
you just see like this specks of the shirt still on as it flies, and the air condition kind of blows it off, revealing like these like well developed pecs of bacon.
He has like 500 health. He's fine.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have bacon.
So the portal is open now.
Yeah, you see like the over on the sugar and everything, it's kind of rippling as if it's like water.
Okay, so I guess I'm leaving now for a little bit.
I just start grabbing people and throwing them in. Like, we gotta go.
Wait, what? Why
You
are
know
we?
these people? Like, I know these people. They're gonna start
Turn
killing.
switch.
Are you so Nira, you're pretty you're a decent way away with the people that you brought in, like a local motel. You have Arabelle unconscious next
Okay.
to you. Did
Okay.
you want to grab Arabelle and bring her back to the Waffle House in potential danger, or head out with her?
Well, the portal is at the Waffle House, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, you can
And if
see
I
like
take
these
her
green
back,
energy.
if I take her back to her people, they should be able to help her.
Yeah,
Like,
or you can give her some of your blood.
I could do that, but would that mess with her fayness? Like, would she hate me forever after that?
Who knows?
Can't be any worse than the Fey Court dumping me in the human world.
You're
Yeah.
not awake. You can't make that reasoning.
Fair enough.
So, but if I don't, will she die?
She doesn't look good. It's kind of hard to tell with all like the burnt flesh and.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take her back regardless. Regardless of whether I share my vampiric touch with her or not, because we still need to get her through the portal. So I will do that.
All right,
But-
so you head back, vampire celerity, super fast with Arabelle
Woo!
on your back. Just in time as you four, well, three, you guys are standing before Arabelle is kind of slung over the vampire's shoulder before this rippling sugar oval, going to who knows where.
So I'm gonna leave this note so that people can take it apart. Okay. I don't know if you're coming with me, but if you are, then somebody needs to know how to put this away because I don't want them to lose business. So I'm gonna write this out. Okay, it's on a napkin. That should be fine, right? Right. Okay, I'm gonna put this like in the register. That's fine. Okay, I have my backpack. I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee.
Oh God.
Okay, let's go.
And you
She
hop.
just walks right through.
All right, Beverly and Onira, what are you guys doing?
I'm telling Bacon, I don't know where we're going, darling, but I'm going to have to leave you for a moment. My friends need me.
Oh, okay. Are we still on for breakfast next week?
Of course.
All right. Well, have fun, love.
Goodbye. And then I just take my coffee cup and my donut hand with me.
All right, Onira.
So I am bringing Arabelle into the Waffle House. I took her all the way there. So now I'm like trying to get everyone through the portal. And I'm keeping a close eye on Arabelle, because if I notice that she is losing her vital signs, I'm going to have to use my vampiric touch on her. So I'm just keeping an eye on that and trying to get everybody into the portal.
All right. You bring her in, stepping through. Onira, not Onira, Arabelle, as you go through, you regain consciousness. Somehow, some way. Just in time to look at this vast wasteland, which almost resembles where you were, just kind of darker without any moon or source of light. There are shimmering, almost like glass in the sky. The portal closes behind you. But kind of laying on the ground is the same sort of contraption that you guys had made, the rippling mirror, but now it's still.
Cool. I didn't think it would be sustained on the other side. Okay, so I need to take it apart and I need to label all the things so I can put it back together again at some point. So, and I take out like a Sharpie from my bag and I start marking everything. Part A, part B.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're ended. You guys have accomplished your dream of making a insta portal through weird and nefarious ways. Very, very weird and nefarious ways.
We did it.
But yeah, you guys are in this weird dimension of darkness, though. So who knows what will happen there? I'm
Oh,
sure.
it's fun.
I'm
We're
sure.
gonna make donuts out of people.
Yes. What if it's like a candy land? It's like all made out of all food.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the adventures of some comic book story where you have like this weird grouping of supernatural weirdos traveling about.
When you started describing like the desolate land, immediately I was thinking of like Good Omens at the end of the book where he's driving through and like everything is on fire.
Yeah. Oh, such a
It's a
great
good day.
show.
It's a good
Yeah.
day.
Everything's great. All right. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Dreamchasers as presented by Penny for a Tale. Once again, if you're curious, Nightbot just gave the link just a few ago, so you can check them out and purchase them over at Drive Thru RPG. It is a role-playing game that's very focused on just picking it up, having fun, and enjoying just kind of hanging out with your friends and pretty much doing whatever the heck you want, which you could see as we combined Fae, vampire, weird. I want to call Beverly like a cookie monster, but really like a cake boss. Cake boss.
Yeah, cake boss.
What, interdimensional cake box?
Interdimensional cake boss, and a explosive tinker. All combining to make a pretty fun time. So this is something interested. Feel free to check them out. The creator Peter is an amazing guy.
I know. I thought it was really awesome. This is the first time I've played it, and I enjoyed being able to kind of mold it into whatever we wanted it to be. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. And they have lots of supplements like Cyberpunk. The one they just released is a Twilight Zone Dark Mirrors supplement. So awesome things, pretty much make any story you want. So definitely support them. We'll probably touch it again sometime. So yeah, things coming up. This Tuesday, we are interviewing Darcy Ross of Monty Cook Games. She is the community manager relations there, an amazing person, and we're going to hear about her awesome story that got her where she is, as well as poking at Invisible Sun and Numenera and just what Monty Cook Games is up to. Two also amazing things that are happening is we have Cult Divinity Lost. We are playing the campaign The Black Madonna, which was made famous during the 1990s and redone recently by Helmgust. An amazingly dark game. We did character creation the other day, and it's going to give you shivers.
Oh.
Cartel is the other campaign we are starting up in cooperation with Magpie Games, who our very own Amanda is a part of. It's going to be an amazing time set in Mexico, where we follow the drama-filled time of a bunch of people in and around the drug cartel there in Mexico. So lots of drama. Expect to see that very soon. You can find everything on our Facebook page for Penny Per Tale, as well as the schedule will be published here right below during that week. So yeah, check this out. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming. And I'm going to let you guys each have a send-off one by one. So Jasmine, why don't you start us off?
Hello again. This is my third time being on Penny for a Tale. I also have a Twitch channel, which is currently on a semi-hiatus, but it's called The Geeky Nomad, and basically I teach people how to volunteer for conventions, whether it be for San Diego Comic-Con or your neighborhood library's mini one-day con. I'll be streaming probably while I'm walking around this weekend at RTX, which is Rooster Teeth Expo. It's an animation, gaming, and comedy convention down in Austin, Texas. We'll try and go to Voodoo Donuts. We'll see if we can find some crazy Tabasco sauce that'll make you cry in your spirit. And then also, we'll probably watch the Bats release over the nights too. Again, that's the Geeky Nomad, same on all social media. And hopefully I'll be back for Cartel when we get ready to play that. And that's it for me.
All right, Spence.
So you can find all of my stuff at resonantmoon.com. You can find out about the audiobooks that I work on. I'm part of the Game School podcast, which is on gameschool.tsrpn.com. I'm also part of the Nostalgia Pilots podcast, where we talk about anime mech shows, specifically Gundam Gundam Wing Mobile Suit right now. And or I got that backwards. Anyway, yeah. And so yeah, resonantmoon.com is where you can find all that stuff.
All right, Nerdy Nursey.
Yeah, that's me. So I am Nerdy Nursey. You can find me right here on Twitch, and also Twitter, Instagram, all of those things. Those social medias are in my Twitch panels. I am a majority nostalgic Nintendo player. I do a lot of 64 and GameCube games, but the really important thing that I like to do is I like to talk to people about keeping themselves healthy and how to. I work with some conventions, some esports players, and just other people in the community about hand, wrist, and arm exercises you can do, how to maintain strength, what kind of healthy lifestyle choices that you can make, and just other stuff like that. So yeah, so if you're interested in getting some resources or learning some exercises for physical, mental, emotional, any sort of health, that's kind of my what I work on most. So I'd love to see people interact with me that way. So yeah.
Woo. All right, Amanda.
So, once again, I'm Amanda. I don't have like all of the fancy social media things that these people that are really cool have. I'm a LARPer, so most of our stuff is pretty low key. But if you guys are interested in learning more about LARPing or kind of understanding how D&D translates into the live action version of it, hit me up on Twitter. I'm Proprial Sonora. And hopefully I'll have more of the social media site thingies next time we meet. Yeah, I'll do that thing.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you again for checking us out, Dreamchasers. Definitely check out what we're having up in the future, and you guys have a wonderful holiday week.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.